everyone. Okay, here's what periodic means. We graphed this year, we've graphed so many things. We've graphed U-graphs. We've graphed S-graphs. We've graphed shooting stars. We've graphed lazy J's. We've done all sorts of things, but they only happen once on the graph. There's just one of them, right? But the sine graph and the cosine graph are weird because truly, this is what sine looks like. You don't have to write this down. It really looks just like that. But what's weird is it keeps going. That's what a periodic graph does, is it repeats its shape over and over and over again. It's the same shape, we just keep doing it. And we've never done that with any other graph. We've never said, oh, we're going to do a shooting star and let's put 5 of them on here, right? We're not like, well, here's one shooting star and here's another one. We don't do that. But on periodic graphs, they repeat. So the first thing I need you to write is that periodic functions repeat their shape. They repeat their shape. A cycle is one full shape. So I need everyone to turn around and look at that backboard by over David's head. David's going to be my lovely assistant here. And there are 2 graphs I want you to look at. So if you look at the sign, it's right over the paper towel rack. That is one cycle of sine. That's one full imagining of his shape. But you see your graphs look very, very different because we do many cycles of them, right? So one full cycle, when you look at tangent up there, let's see if I can find tangent. I know he's up there. A tangent, look, he's that weird little kind of like weird SE looking graph, but he does, that's 3 cycles of him. So a cycle is one full shape. And here's the next thing you need to write is period is the time it takes to make one cycle. So when we look back at this point, here's what's interesting. I'm going to go to the sine one. I love him. Here is one cycle right here, from here to here. It took 2 pi for us to get there. And that makes sense. We went around a circle 2 pi times. And then if we wanted to do another one, it took us to 4 pi. So what my friend Karen and Leah have been asking me is, what do I actually have to do on my graph? To get full credit on a graph, you need 2 cycles or 2 periods. Does that make sense? So that's why I have waited to say, because sometimes that's 4 pi, but tomorrow we start changing the bottom number. So you just need to make the shape twice. It's not enough just to do it once. Does that make sense? So if you do 2 full cycles of your graph, you've made what you needed to do. But I can't tell you what that number always is, because today we're changing this number, but tomorrow we're changing this number. Does that make sense? So that's cycles, that's periods. Amplitude, we know that word. Amplitude is the height of our graph, right? The height above, and this is important, the midline. And you're going to think, what the hell is the midline? And I'm going to tell you that in a minute. Finally, this is always positive. And the word that normally we would use for this, we would use absolute value. But you guys are big babies, so I'm just going to tell you it's always positive. Because measurements are positive. You know what domain and range are. And you're like, Miss T, but where is the word midline? So here we go. Midline is not actually written on your paper, but I want you to think of this. It's kind of crazy. It is the reference line. Ooh, that's terrible. I just drew through that. It is the reference line to which the graph oscillates. You don't have to write that if you don't want to, because you're like, I don't even know what that means. Here's what it means. What the holy heck? It means this. It's our new flat ocean. We have been having the ocean be at 0, 0. It's been a flat line. That's our ocean. That's our flat ocean. And today we're going to mess with global warming. And we're going to raise the level of our ocean, which means we're going to take the whole graph and raise it up or lower it down. And here's what it is. It's a vertical shift. And we know after doing this for the last year, whenever we add something on, it shifts our graph up and down. We did that all the time for the whole year. If it's at the end, it raises it up and down, and it doesn't, it's not naughty. So we're gonna mess with this guy, and we're gonna raise him up and down. Let me show you what it's gonna look like in a minute. It's gonna look like this. Watch this. Let's see if this actually works. I'll be so excited if it does. It is. Watch what we're gonna do. We're gonna raise our graph up, or we're gonna raise our graph down. Does that make sense? So here we go. We've got like 3 or 4 examples. First one, here it comes. Sorry, I put theta in by mistake. It should be X. And that's because my kids 2 years ago were babies, and you guys are much better students. And I forgot to change it. So sine X plus 2. So here's what we've done now. We got some numbers up here. We got a hidden 1 right there. A hidden 1. So the first thing I want you to do, always, let's put on our X values. It's a pain in the ass. Do it quick. We'll get it out of the way, right? I'll do it. You'll do it. Here we go. The more we do it, the faster we get at it. So we're writing this. I have the stuff for Friday, but people were supposed to take tests today.
I thought you said
No, I said that. I just told some people that they'd have more time. Are we good? Now, normally, flat ocean was at 0. And here's why it was 0. Because we graphed this. Don't write this. We graphed this guy, sine X. But what was there was plus 0. That was our flat ocean, was right at 0. But now our flat ocean is going to be at 2. So what I'd like you to do, if you could be so kind, is I'm going to say, I do it dotted. I want you to raise the level of the ocean. I want you to go to 2, and I want you to dot that in. I'm telling you to dot it in because it's not really part of your graph, but it's going to help you. It's going to help you. Okay, so here's the thing I'm going to need you to talk to your neighbor about. And I want you to literally turn in a minute and talk to your neighbor. Your flat ocean is now at 2. And then a little wave is going to come in. It's little, it's just a 1-foot wave. And then it's going to come back out. So I want you to talk to your neighbor. You're sitting on your surfboard at +2, and here comes that little wave, and it lifts you up. Talk to your neighbor and decide how high you will get, and then when the wave goes back out, how low you will get. Turn and talk down. So tell me that one, and then what's my other one? I go up 3, up 1, down 1. You see what? From the midline. Are we good? Does that make sense? From the midline, right? So we went up 1 from the midline because my amplitude moved me up 1, and then my amplitude moved me down 1. Does that make sense? And now it's everything else is the same. Yes. Oh, we're getting there. We're on our way. Okay. So here we go. Sine starts not at 0 anymore. global warming, the ocean is raised. Sine starts on the midline. So put your first dot on the midline. And then we do what we always do. Up one, middle, down one, middle, up one, middle, down one. Go ahead and graph it. Up one, middle, down one, middle. I have to say the middle on this one because without having that 0, 0, I mess up. Okay, here we go. Remember, we're not 5th grade boys. Make a little thing there. There he goes. He's beautiful. He's beautiful. Watch this. I have 2 periods. I started at 0. I went up, down, and I ended. I started up, down, and I ended. I have 2 cycles up there, right? So here we go. My amplitude is 1. Because that's as big as my wave is. It's not 3. It's from flat ocean, and our new flat ocean is 2, right? My midline, careful, is not 2. It's y equals 2. You guys are smart. Domain is all real numbers. That looks stupid. And our range, our lowest point is 1. Our highest point is 3. How do you guys feel about that? Is that okay? You guys ready to try one on your own? Yes, y equals 2 because 2 is just a random number, but I need to know it's this actual line. It's the line that we're oscillating over. Okay, here we go. You're brave. You can do this. Yeah, it's supposed to be. So let me try this again. Y equals cosine x plus.
No, I'm saying like, does it change for sine and cosine?
No, but it's all the cosine does is change whether you start on the midline or you start off the midline. Cosine starts off.
But there's nothing in front of the cosine.
There is. What is it? Oh, 1. Good. So my wave is little, right? Cosine starts off the midline, so it's going to start at its highest wave. Great questions. Wow, yeah, I'm impressed with you guys. I don't like you, but I'm impressed with you. Did I tell you that I'm very excited that I'm going to Original Joe's tonight? No. We made that reservation like 2 months ago.
Who?
Original Joe's.
Oh, no.
I didn't hear it. I didn't hear you rip on me. Oh, is it on my tape? Can I go back and listen?
No. She was saying like, go, okay, I'm not gonna say it.
I did. I asked a cringy question in 5th period because I don't know how I got onto this rabbit hole of that guy clavicular. Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. So I saw some weird stuff on Sunday because I'm scrolling like one does, and I thought this person is just odious. He's a terrible person. And I came into my 5th period class, and I said, "Is this Flav guy real?" And the kid answered me, and he goes, "Are you trying to ascend?" And I said, "Don't status mod me." And the kids go, "Oh!" And then another kid said, "Mrs. Sergio, set down the phone. Set down the phone. It's embarrassing that you're talking about this." And then, sure enough, yesterday, he's on a podcast, and OD's in the middle of the podcast. So, yeah, he did. Like, they had to take him to the hospital. Yeah, he deserves it. Don't hit your face with a hammer to do cheap plastic surgery. It doesn't work. Oh, my God. He's just OD. He's just OD. Okay, so watch what happens here. We're going up to 4 is my midline. It's 4. It's 4. But I'm going to go up to 5 and down to 3. That is my amplitude. Cosine starts off of the midline. So here we go. Starts up there, middle, down, middle, up, middle. I'm just making sure I'm not lost. Middle, up.
What do you got? You guys said it was started because I said it started at 5. It starts at 5.
Andreas, taping. Shh, taping. Thank you. Okay, how does yours look? Our amplitude still 1. Our midline, don't get this wrong, y equals 4, domain easy. Our range, be careful, start low, go high. You know what? We're bored, so we're ready to go badass, aren't we? Yeah. We got 2 more? 2 more? Okay. Okay, here comes our next one, what we're going to try. Let's see. I got to decide how bad I want to go. Are we ready to do that one? Yeah, I think we can do that one. We can do that one. Yeah, you know what? We're going to do that one, then we're going to do that one. Okay, there we go. Okay, we got this. You got this. I like this one. We got 2 more. You can do them on your, I think it's on your sheet. And then we'll do our last one on our whiteboards and we'll call it a day. There is no rally. It's moving up, and it is the day you guys finish school. Huh? It's your last day of school. I want to do like a 23rd, 24th, something like that.
Yes, it is. So.
Oh, there is if you want Nana to come to your graduation. Doesn't your grandma? I mean, if your grandma's coming to your graduation and you're not walking across the stage, that they are required by law to hand you a piece of paper from the office. That is graduating from high school. So to be honest, my son Thomas graduated from college. His diploma, he's gone through ceremonies, right? But his diploma showed up at our house 3 days ago. He has officially graduated from college. He doesn't have to show up to the ceremonies. The ceremonies are a privilege. So the only thing that the last thing they can pull probably won't bug you if you don't want to walk across the stage. But I got to be honest, parents will be furious because they want family to come and watch you do this.
We throw chairs at the rally.
They will say, then you don't walk. That's all they have left is to say, then you don't walk, because it costs them nothing to say, well, then you don't walk. We call your parents and say, don't show up to graduation. But I'll be honest, if my kid did something where he couldn't walk across the stage, then I would say, you don't get a gift. And I mean, a lot of parents give nice gifts for graduation, but if my kid does something, it's like, yeah, I'm not walking. It's like, well, then you don't get a big gift from me. So, like, yeah, they can't. That's what's left, is whether you walk or not.
I know this one's at like 1, but like if it was a negative number, like what would you see? Just 1, -2?
Yeah.
That's good enough.
So here we go. You ready? Okay, we're going to be careful on this one. We're going to draw in that midline. Boom, 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 boom. And we're going to know we're going to go 2 off of the midline. So we're going to go 2 above the midline, which puts us at -2. And we're going to do 2 below the midline, which is -6. Does that make sense? So here's what we want to be careful of. Cosine starts off of the midline. So he's going to start up here, then middle, then down, then middle, then up, then middle, then down, then middle, then up. He's looking, Miss Cosine, she's looking beautiful. I don't actually know what she uses. And our amplitude is 2. Our midline is y equals -4. Domain, all real numbers. Our range goes from -6 to -2. I am just about ready to wrap up. Whiteboard pens out. Last one on your desk so I can look at it as I pass out your homework. Oh, she's a saucy minx here. This one is a little bit tricky. Stop. Yes.
do that?
So a sine sandwich is, that, yes, so that's double angle, half angle, yes.
We do.
I'm gonna take this. I did. Thank you. Yeah, we do double angle, half angle, we
Try to find the radius.
Yep, double angle, half angle. You know though, I don't make you memorize the double angle.
The tangent one's like 1 minus.
It's still playing.
Calculus,
It's still recording.
is it hit the stop?
Hit the stop button.
I know it's. I might use that. That's right.